How is it going, everyone? I hope you guys all had a great day today. Today we're going to talk about how to determine whether CPI, a CPI print, is bullish or bearish and how to determine it. We'll also take a look at today's daily plan, the makings of it, and we'll take a look at today's intraday order flow. We'll go over my trades. I took 5 today. 2 winners, 3 losers. Was still a green day, but we'll go over that in a bit. So, CPI prints. Obviously, day traders, and this is talking about for day trading, right? This isn't talking about some macro point of view where you're looking over the next quarter or whatever. This is strictly day trading, as I am a day trader. So, how to determine whether CPI prints are bullish or bearish. And this is for me. So, I'm not too concerned on whether it's 6.2% or 6.3 or whatever the percentage may be. That doesn't really matter to me. What matters is where we are in the market structure, what is the current structure, and how the print reacts on that. What do I mean? So, if you watched yesterday's recap, we were talking about how it was a balance day. So let me pull up, well, this also goes with the daily plan. So as you guys know, people who have been subscribed for a while know that we start our daily plans with the TPO charts, also called market profile charts. Now, these charts are used to visualize the market auction. It makes it much more palatable for us. So things that we look at are highs and lows of each of these profiles, right? Each session has its own market profile. We look at the shapes. So if you guys, again, remember from yesterday, we were talking about how yesterday's cash session over here was a balanced session. So looking at the past few days, we know the price is happy to trade in this area. Yes, confirmed even overnight. We just balanced within yesterday's value area high, value area low, within yesterday's cash session's value, also said, until CPI, right? Then we started trading up. So, how do I determine whether CPI is bullish or bearish? Well, we have to look in the current structure. What we know, right? We look over here. We know price is happy to trade here. Price is balanced here. So, once CPI comes, if we accept over this, we auction over and accept over, well, then it's bullish. And then pretty simple, same thing in reverse. We auction lower, not only auction over, but accept price lower, well, then it is bearish, right? I don't care what analysts say or whatever. Price action is what's going to tell you. Where are participants auctioning? Are they in agreement? Is one side trapping the other, and whatnot. Now, this is, of course, simplified. We go into more detail in the room, talking about structure, what the current structure is, and whatnot. But nonetheless, I feel that this could be very helpful for some. So, we look at today's price action, and it's similar to what we looked at yesterday, right? We look at the opening. We have an open drive up, and now we're building balance higher. Same as yesterday so far. So this, again, is my step 1 to my daily plans. I come here, I look at what the overnight session did, as I am on the Eastern time zone. Talking about the US, of course. I do not trade the London session. I'm asleep during then. So I check up on what the Euro pours, as we like to joke, the Europeans did relative to where we are in the auction. So from there, we go to step 2, which again is always the same. And that's looking at the footprint, 4-hour footprint chart. Sorry. If you're unfamiliar with footprint charts, just go to the home of the YouTube page. And pinned, I have a quick video going over how I have my footprint charts configured. They're very, very customizable. So again, my video pertains to my charts. So this is what we were looking at. It was a 4-hour. The TPO is more so at daily, but nonetheless, this is where we've been trading. Yes, balance that we're looking at is around this area. We're coming up towards the highs and over. Important to take note. But nonetheless, part 2 of my daily plans is coming here to my 4-hour chart and monitoring a few things. Do we have an active bid somewhere? Do we have an active offer? So something, for example, I annotate the TPO charts, I annotate the footprint charts, and I share them in the room every morning to make sure everyone knows what I'm currently reading. One thing, for example, that I currently, or I did point out this morning was we have a bid. We see buying imbalances over here. And what do we see with these buying imbalances? Well, they start here, they move up, they move up, they move up, and hold, right? I think we all could see that. Now, again, there's more nuance to it, but this is a very simplified view of it, right? So we see buyers are active, they're moving up on the tape, they are holding. Now in reverse, what do we see? Well, we see sellers here, moving down on the tape, moving down, but they are struggling to hold. And in this candle, I believe, it was this candle where I was actually creating my daily plan this morning. We're starting to trade in this price range, right? So the difference is that sellers are unable to hold. Buyers are moving up. See, we're still moving up on the tape. Sellers are weak. They are trying, but they are weak. Buyers are in control, right? Again, this is simplified, but this, along with the context that we get from the TPO, much more that we take from this chart. We're looking at trapped volume, significant bids or offers that are already positioned or in the middle of positioning themselves, exhaustion, right? We have exhaustion up here. The auction is done up here. We're going to transact lower to where we know price is happy to trade. Here and then lower, right? Exhaust, come back up, etc., etc. So from the 4-hour charts, after annotating these, I go to what we're just taking a peek at, and that's the daily charts. Daily charts, we use them to build on the context that we took from our TPO and our footprint chart and build on it. And what this allows us to do is look at higher time frames participants, larger participants, and see where a larger overall bid or offer is, trapped volume, low volume areas, high volume areas, right? Each of these mean different things, and depending on where they are in the context of where we are in the auction, how we're trading, mean different things. Now, this chart may look a little bit funky, right? These numbers over here towards the left, and that's only because we just rolled over the contracts. We're now trading on the M contract. We were trading on the H, so the volume only starts to get heavy from this day onwards, right? I actually only rolled over this morning. So let me just pull up, where is it? Here we are. So I post my daily plans, the makings of them, every day on StockTwits, as well as the community tab here on YouTube. So those annotations I was talking about, this is what they'll look like, and I'll send them out. And then the daily plan. The daily plan today was the exact same as yesterday's, even though we rolled over the contracts. So here are my trades. I think I have them open. Yes. Okay. So I actually started trading within the open 30. I don't usually do this. I have a air quotes bread and butter setup where I have a very, very strict entry parameters to it. So I need to see X on the daily time frame. I need to see Y on the 4-hour time frame. When looking at bear candlesticks, I need to see this. They have to match up to, you know what I'm saying, right? So that's my bread and butter setup. I find that I have a really good win rate with it, but at the same token, it doesn't appear every single day. So I have to read the tape. I read the tape live. What is the tape? Everyone says the tape is different things. Some people say it's the time of sales. Some people say it's the depth of market. Why is this being annoying? Whatever you say. To me, the tape is the order flow here on the footprint. And for plays like this, I usually, still being cognizant of the 4-hour and the daily, usually it's the 30-minute and the 5-minute. And I'll be watching, do we have an active seller, blah, blah, blah. That's where we get into a very nuanced tape. And that's what all these trades were, right? None of these were my, air quotes again, bread and butter setup. So from this first trade, and I must say, I said on StockTwits, I said on the community tab, my execution today was not good, right? 40% win rate, only 2 of these out of the 5 were winners. And this is my first time trading in a while. For subscribers, you guys know. For anyone new, I just moved into a new place. I relocated, and it's been a little bit of a while since I've traded. I didn't trade yesterday, even though I was at screens the whole day, and then I kind of, got trigger happy, if you will, today. So this first trade, I was too early. I saw a seller, and again, I was too early, right? I've said multiple times, when you're looking to sell, generally you're looking for a P-shaped time profile. Now, of course, this has to not only have the framework of a P-shaped profile, but you need the context of where it is. So this first trade, we like to see sellers building into the P-shaped profile, and then we like to see a stop run. I jumped on with the initial sellers, rookie mistake on my part, and I took the stop out. And then I re-entered again, took another stop out. This one I'm not as upset with, just because we're starting to stop run some of the lower shorts, but not a majority of them. And then entry 3 is finally where I got a winning trade-off here. So I re-entered again, just to recap. Entry here, stop out, entry here, stop out, and then entry number 3 here. Entry, and then I took 75% off of my position at 3R. I made up these two losses, and I think I got, a quarter, quarter R net, and then I stopped the rest at break even. So I made up for those two and some. Again, not the best trading. I really should have avoided preferably both of these trades, but definitely the first one, and taken a little bit of more change for my pocket. Now, we did have a member in the room who played this much more disciplined than I. They actually, I think it was last week, it could have been 2 weeks ago, but they passed a Apex Trader. It's a funded trader program, prop firm, and now they are, I think it was $150,000 accounts. So they took one trade within this little range here. It was also a short, and I think they took it off at their first target price or target profit. So definitely traded this better than I did, but full transparency, right? I just want to show my trades. Then I took 2 more trades, and admittedly, I did say that I was done after this, right? I didn't trade too well. I was able to make money even though I didn't trade well. So kind of just take the slap on the wrist and walk away is what I wanted to do. Now, I left my desk, I went to the gym, came back a little bit more level-headed, but that doesn't really change the fact that I said that I was done. I came back, I saw sellers here again. This is now the next zone. The first zone was 55 to 6, or it was 50 to 55 or 55 to 60. What was it? 50 to 55. So I traded the first zone, and then we were trading with the second zone, and I saw sellers active here. Now, I did size down for this. It was a very, very small size due to what I said before. I said I was done, but that doesn't change the fact that I had a lapse rather in discipline. So again, just full transparency. Came in here, took one stop out on that size, and then I re-entered again with sellers still active, and I went all out at 2R, so a net 1R, even though this isn't my full risk, right? So this is really smaller than my normal 1R. So those are the trades that I took. And just to sum up, trading and determining CPI prints is really, really simply, once we get to that CPI print, usually at 8:30 Eastern time, we'll usually have a volatile move in one direction, or retrace, but overall, over the next 15 minutes, hour or so, are we accepting price over or under where we know price is happy to trade? Do we have a bid aggressively moving up, supporting a move? Do we have an offer aggressively moving down, supporting a move? Or are we just trapping, leaving a whole bunch of positions trapped, right? Again, these all mean different things in the context of where we are and how we are trading in the auction. If you're interested in this type of approach, I trade using obviously TPO charts, the order flow, and market auction theory. I'll leave a link to my site in the description. I hope you guys, again, all had a great day today, and I will see you guys in the next recap.